Happy Friday, beautiful souls. This is Shamama hunting out with a new message for us for this week. I always start by thanking you all for liking, subscribing, sharing the videos here on YouTube, as well as the daily card reads on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I also want to thank all of you who have chosen to support the channel through Patreon and PayPal, as well as everyone who has reached out for readings and healing sessions this week. So thank you all so very much. And also for the messages that I received, just, you know, the love and the support of this community and the outreach and the sharing is just so amazing and so beautiful. So thank you for letting me be part of your journey and your process. And thank you for being part of mine as well. Okay, you guys, so let's see. I've got a full reading today, so that's, you know, something we haven't done in a couple weeks. And I also have just a few things that I wanted to talk about. We just came out of the full moon energy over the weekend, last Saturday, I believe, or Sunday, whatever it was. And I know for me and several people that I've talked to, the energy this week feels a lot lighter, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. However, what is going on for so many, even though the energy is lighter, are a lot of tests and triggers coming up. Now, I was guided to reframe tests and triggers for people, because to me, the word test and trigger has such a negative connotation attached to it that it almost is like asking for it to be difficult, or expecting that these tests and triggers will be difficult. So what I was shown is that they're not really tests and triggers, they're just day-to-day life experiences that we are going through. And these day-to-day life experiences are meant to show us our patterns, are meant to point out to us the areas in which we need to change things. So it doesn't have to be as dramatic as saying, you know, we've gone through this stage and now we're going to be tested. Yes, in a way it is a test, but again, it's more of just proving to yourself that you've managed that hurdle, that you've gotten past that last healing cycle that you went through, that you've been able to integrate what you've learned and into who you are. You know, it's like pulling together all of these little fragmented pieces and again, making us whole and bringing those pieces together every day. And showing us, like, through our reactions and our responses to these life experiences, how we're doing. It's sort of like setting a gauge, or like setting a gauge. Like it's giving us like a what's it called? Oh my God, like a line, like a threshold as to where we are at. And the important thing about this is that every single interaction, every single experience has a lesson and a message, you know, attached to it. And it requires us to constantly be in the present moment, in the now, to receive, to fully be open to the lessons and the messages and the experiences, to show us, to guide us into where our next steps are. These quote unquote triggers and tests, these life experiences do not have to be these big massive things. They could be very, very subtle. And we tend to miss the subtleties if we can't be in the present, in that now moment, to feel them, to experience them, to process them. We are being shown more and more that we need to face our fears, that we need to be authentic and vulnerable, and not be afraid to carry that essence of who we are in that vulnerable, authentic state into our 3D worlds, into our 3D lives. There are still so many of us in the community that are hiding our true essence. And we're being asked now to stop, because that's a mask. That's an ego thing. We are fearful of people's judgments and this and that, and it's time to let that go and really be authentic in every single interaction, every experience that we have with every person. So that's something really, really important to think about, you guys. I also want to talk a little bit about the timelines, okay? And the shifting and the collapsing of timelines. Because what happens is, and some people understand this and some people don't, and basically the message that I was told to share was, you need to understand that as we heal some part of ourselves, okay? Okay, so let's say we're not healed, okay? And our behavior is X. And that's the behavior we have every single time, okay? And our timeline that we are on is based on that behavior right here and now. So our trajectory for our future comes from this behavior and how we normally respond to something. As we heal that piece, and that behavior of how we respond to something comes from our past timeline, okay? From everything we've experienced, whether it's this life, past lives, karmic, whatever. This behavior, this predetermined response that we have is based on the past, the present, and then maps out our future timeline. When we come in and heal something at that spot, today, let's say, you heal a piece of your abandonment. What that does is it's like it erases the past experience, okay? It collapses that rear past timeline because now it no longer holds energy in your present. So that can completely go away. And then what it does is it now changes your present and your future trajectory of your timeline. So that timeline, so the timeline that you would have had collapses on itself, and a new one is built from this new starting point of that new piece of healing that you've done. So we continue to move that way, and every single time we heal something, we are shifting the past, the present, and our future trajectories. So that is why there's all of these shifts happening and collapses happening, because we are moving our energy that quickly through the process. So I think that makes sense to most of you. I hope it does. So it's a little bit of an explanation of the timelines and how they're working. And as a collective, as we heal, we're also, we're also together shifting timelines. So accelerating is not we are accelerating, but it's almost like we're able to reach higher and further because we are working together now as a collective under this unity consciousness where we are all on equal playing fields in a way. As I said last week, the waves of twins are gone. There are no first, second, and third waves anymore. We are all just the twin flame collective of masculine and feminine. And I don't even like saying masculine and feminine anymore, almost because we are all very much balanced in that. So it's like divine souls again. I go back to, we are just divine souls. And we are moving forward in a tremendous way together. Okay, so what else did I want to talk about? Okay, so kind of going back a little bit to just talking about these life experiences for a minute. I digress for a moment. What we need to remember with these life experiences that are brought to us to teach us, to help us see our patterns, to help us release things and so on and heal, is that we need to hold those life experiences in the highest regard. Like truly just seeing them as this beautiful little treasure, because we are being shown our true selves and taught with every single moment. So hold that very valuable and very sacred. Don't be angry about it. Don't be agitated about it. It's kind of like, see it as beauty and move through it with that beauty, understanding that it doesn't have to be hard anymore. It doesn't have to be so painful anymore. We don't have to accept the pain. If we stay in the beauty of it, we don't have to accept the pain. Okay, I was also being directed to talk to the divine feminine and the masculine. I mean, I guess, you know, about really closing down the mental chatter, okay? There's still a portion of the community that is very much stuck in their heads and are finding it more difficult to listen to their heart space, to feel their heart space. And that comes from the mental chatter, because what happens with a mental chatter is, you know, that's the ego, that's the wants, that's the needs, that's the that spoiled, impetuous inner child that just demands and wants attention. And what that chatter does is it interferes with us being able to hear our hearts, hear our guidance, hear our true divine messages. And today, on the cards that I pulled for Facebook and all of the social media, we got what did we get? We got the Hermit, we got the Strength card, and we got the Fool. And the message with that, and you know, go and check it out, but I'm just going to give you the brief, is the message is we need to be the Hermit, in that we need to go into our inner knowing. It's that third eye connection of bringing in universe and just knowing ourselves what is right. And the only way to hear that is to quiet the mind. Sit in purposeful stillness, because what we find when we do that is we can hear very clearly our messages. We are then shown our strength, okay, our true strength. And then we are able to progress ahead on our path like the Fool and not worry about where the road is leading us, because we always know that every single thing that we experience is in fact directing us to our highest, greatest good. And every single lesson and experience that we have, even if we think it might be a mistake or we did something wrong, there is nothing wrong. That it's just showing us, again, our cycles, our patterns that need to be changed, okay? Okay, so now let's talk a moment about our beloved divine masculine. They, a large portion, are out of their womb space. They are out of their bubbles. They are in the shift that I have seen in the divine masculine, seen with my own eyes and ears and experienced, has been tremendous in just a week. Okay? There is a new brightness in their eyes. There is a new fire in their hearts. There is this true respect and awareness and acknowledgement of their queen, of their divine feminine. And they are like, they literally are unable at this point to deny the connection anymore. There is no denying this shit for them. They are fully holding the divine feminine in a sacred, sacred space right now. Whether you see that in the 3D or whether you acknowledge it and know it as part of the 5D, we have fully integrated into their hearts. And they have accepted that. It can't be more real for them. It just couldn't be more real for them. So that is a beautiful step that the masculine has made. And the divine feminine has made this shift in feeling less needy, okay? Feeling very secure in their connection with their masculine, with their king. And they have been moved into just this, they don't have that longing, that want, that need, that, I mean, yes, we still desire our divine masculine, but we know that we are in a place where we can trust them completely and stand in the fact that I know my king is my king, and I know my king is doing what he needs to do to bring me home to him. And I don't doubt anything that he is doing, even if to me it might seem bizarre or weird or whatever, like there is no judgment in it, because I don't need to understand it. He knows his plan. He is being guided to do things in a specific way. And we have to trust and have faith in that, because our kings are at the threshold right now. They are at a threshold, especially the twins who are part of that 12,000 coming together this month. The kings are there. You know, the finish line, they're cutting that tape. They are at their new beginning and are ready to start this whole new level. And in that, we have to trust them. Even if to us we don't understand it, it doesn't fucking matter. We don't need to understand it. All we need to do is have faith in them and trust in them and focus on ourselves and do our work and do our mission and hold that space of just trusting them, knowing that they know what they're doing. Okay? And let go of the rest of the fear. There should be, you know, at this point, we shouldn't be fearing anymore. We should not have fear or worry about how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, because we know it's going to happen. And we know it's going to happen at exactly the right time and in exactly the right order. You know, coming together too soon, when the twins are not fully balanced on frequency and vibration, just causes us to repel, or causes us to repel. It causes us to need space and distance, because we each need to balance ourselves back to that equal level. The only way we can come together is as we come together on an equal vibration, or a very close vibration. So understand that we don't want to rush this. You can't rush the cake that's baking in the oven. It's just, if it says 30 minutes, it's fucking gonna take 30 minutes. You can't crank the heat up, you know, higher and hope it's gonna cook faster and taste good and cook correctly. It needs to happen in its time. And this is the other part of this, is that this is divinely timed. The masculine knows what they're doing at this point. They know exactly the steps they need to take to bring their queens home. Okay, one other thing I want to talk about before we get to the reading. And you guys know I welcome comments on my channel all the time. There are times, and I have said this before, that if I feel that something is not in the right vibration or the correct energy for what is going on in what I am trying to develop for this community, I will delete comments. And in that, I want to be very, very specific. I am not calling anybody out, because I won't do that, because it's up to everyone to use their own discernment. There have been some comments on the last video that I needed to delete. And all I'm going to share with you is that I want you all to be aware that there are wolves. There are wolves in sheep's clothing in this community. Now, in that being said, that is not something we need to fear, but it is something that we do need to be aware of, okay? And in our awareness, We really need to use our discernment right now, because these wolves are going to do everything in their power to corrupt the vulnerable. And I don't want to say weak, I want to say the vulnerable. Those who are newer to the journey, those who haven't connected fully yet, those who are having fears and doubts or things are coming up for. They will attempt to disguise themselves as the rest of the sheep. And they will attempt to lure, like those sirens that I talked about in the last video or the video before, lure you in with trust. What I'm asking you all to do is to really examine who these people are when they reach out to you, and look at their track records, and look at who they've been in the community, and how they have transformed themselves because their messages stopped getting resonating with people, because people started to see them for their truth, and then they shifted who they were and became someone else. And then they, shut down that YouTube channel and became another name. They keep switching identities. They're shape-shifting. They are becoming chameleons to attempt to infiltrate, interrupt the community. And I want you to all just be aware of it. And again, this is not something to fear. It's just something to keep in your consciousness. So if someone is reaching out to you or commenting to you that you should follow them, or attempting to persuade you to leave the people that you've resonated with all along, let your red flags go up. Really sit with that, because and ask, come right out and ask the people who you have trusted how they feel about that also. But literally, you should start feeling an immediate, visceral gut response to someone who is attempting to guide you off your path. And really, before you interact with that person, before you do anything to attach energy or share energy with that person, investigate who they are, where they came from, and who they've been through this twin flame process, through this journey. And if you haven't been on this journey long enough to know who all the teachers and healers are or have been, who have faded in and out and changed who they were, reach out and ask some of us who have been here for a while. So that's enough of that. And even to those people, I send them nothing but love, and leave it at that. Okay, guys. One other thing that I needed to get back to just for a minute, in talking about the feminine and how we need to interact right now with our masculine, those of us who are in contact with our masculine well, it's not even actually in the 3D, because it's in the 5D also. What I've been shown, and what has been a tremendous experience for the last week or two, is that the divine feminine need to just listen. Okay? We need to kind of just let our masculine speak and read their words, listen to their words at a deeper level of understanding. It's almost like reading between the lines of what they're saying. But there's a tremendous amount of messages that the masculine is sending us, 3D and 5D right now, that the feminine is missing. That the feminine is missing or not picking up on, because they're not being said exactly the way the feminine would like to hear them. But they are saying it. And that's the amazing thing. If you really read and sit with the messages, everything you need to know, they are telling us. So you have to really get in that place of quiet. Don't talk at them. listen to them. They want to be heard. They're telling us everything we need to know. Okay, so now the messages, the cards for today, you guys. And what did we use? What did we use? We used the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, which is John Holland. And I used the Jeopardized Tarot, which is by Nino Jeopardize. Okay, and the messages are broken up into feminine, masculine, and union, as well as the underlying energies. So I'm going to start with the underlying energies today. And the first card we got for the underlying energies is the number 3, which is the Reach Out card. And this is where the Divine Feminine is at the moment for her energy, for, you know, even the masculine. This is the energy we are holding because, you know, the feminine is sitting on the hands, but the hands are the masculine's hands, okay? And this is a number 3, which is the Trinity, the feminine, the masculine, and our higher power. And the masculine is in a stage where many, not all, again, this isn't going to resonate with everyone in their journey and their process, but to those of you who it does resonate with, you know, the masculines are reaching out and they are communicating in a beautiful way. So this energy is holding us. This energy is what's supporting the feminine right now because the masculine is holding that space for us. Okay? The next card for the underlying energy, well, maybe I should save this one for last. No, I'll save it for now. I'll give it to us now. Screw it. Is the Ten of Tides. And the Ten of Tides is like the Ten of Cups. It is all about successful completion, okay? That the essence, the rainbow, okay? Everything coming together, technicolor, giving life to the entire essence of what we have been working for. You know, the normal Ten of Cups is the couple and the family under the rainbow of cups. And that's what this is speaking of. This is having it all. This is everything coming together and holding that essence of the wishes fulfilled. We are being given this new beginning, okay? The masculine and the feminine alike, we are stepping into our next chapter. And remember, back in September, I think it was, I talked about we were in the new book, in the book of being a single eternal flame. This is a new chapter. Okay, we are in this book of union. Next chapter, please, because we have passed and successfully completed through all of these life experiences and shifted so much during this time. So I also am being told, just to remind you, that with the Ten of Tides, they're showing me the rainbow again. And the rainbow, they're reminding me to tell everybody, keep your chakras clear. Okay? That's what keeps our vibration high, and that's what allows us to resonate at the right level with our twin. So make sure you're doing regular chakra balancings and clearings on yourself, alignments, or having them done with someone else's help, whatever you choose to do. But I'm talking regular, like, you know, more than once a week. Like, we're talking like once a day. Like, clear yourself, really get into that habit of going back to the basics and keeping your chakras really clear, because that's our alignment. That's our alignment with our twin. Okay? Okay. Okay, so our Divine Masculine. The first card for our masculine is Simply Love. And this is what I was speaking of before, about they are truly in a place of just simply being open to this love, to this connection, to feeling it in all areas of their lives. They are ready to bring forth this feeling, their hearts. They're like showing me, like, you know, wearing their heart on their sleeve, which is so beautiful. Oh my God, yeah, it's so beautiful. Sorry guys, I just had like this huge wave of emotion over that. Because they're holding that space and honoring the love. They're honoring the love, and they are truly in that place of just being able to just simply love for love's sake. Okay, So I don't know if I want to go back and forth. What do I want to do, you guys? Let me see. Okay, no, we're just going to keep moving ahead. Okay, masculine again. Opening up. Okay, so this is the next thing that the masculine is doing. And again, this opening up, they're simply in a place of love. They are now opening up to it all. Okay, they are trusting in this. They are trusting in this, and they are opening up their hearts. They are opening up their bodies. Like, this woman is just like, she's standing there just with, you know, she is open. She is ready to receive as well as to give. And this is the masculine. They are open to these, and also, like, they're showing me, like, you know, the light above her. They are open to that light. And oh my God, okay, wait, I'm going to show you a connection. Okay, there's a connection with this light and the feminine's card. So, so hold on to this thought, but this connection is, this light is the light that the feminine is guiding the masculine in with. They're showing me that they are feeling this light, and it's coming in through them, and that's what's allowing them to open up, has been the support and the trust and the faith that we are having in them. Okay, so the next card is for the masculine is the manifest card. So as they are in a place of simply loving, and as they are opening up, they are the magicians. They are able to manifest. They are the ones that are responsible for moving this ahead now. They are the ones that are again, like I said, it keeps coming back to, they are making the magic happen to bring their queens home. They are manifesting the miracles. They are putting together, and again, like I see the heart at the top of this, you know, they are using their heart space to speak their truths and bring in their power. They found their power, you guys. Like, it's like this hidden treasure. They opened the fucking treasure box. Finally, yay, masculine. Like, you opened the box and you found your magic. You found the magic inside because you opened that box. You found your heart. You opened up to the divine's light. And they are wearing that, and they are accepting that. And with that comes, you guys, oh, okay, wait, and that's really cool because we have 2 ones in a row, is the clarity of belief. So again, this is they can't deny the connection anymore. Everything is clear to them. And this ties into the feminine's card also, which is also beautiful. So I'll show you the connection as we get through the feminine's card, how these line up in the reading, in the spread. But they are clear on their belief. They know their heart. They know their heart, and they are extending that out. They are showing us their transformation in that butterfly. They are allowing their transformation to be shown to us and extending it to the feminine. So freaking beautiful. So freaking beautiful. And what's coming back to them as they extend this out is more love. You know, I see that heart at the bottom. So they are now, because they are extending this out, and this is higher heart love. This is truly high heart love. This is that green, you know, and we are able to then send them back more love. So they are able to feel that coming back to them. Okay, so the first card for the feminine is the dreams coming true card. Okay. And this really is the step right before this 10 of Tides. Okay, this is the 9 of Cups. This is the 10 of Cups. And everything that the Divine Feminine has wished for is coming true. And we need to hold that. Again, there's this element of needing to hold it sacred. It is your sacred treasure. Your relationship, your wishes, your desires, the things, the essence of what you have worked for, you need to hold that in such a special place. High in the heavens. Hold that energy. Okay? Now the next card for the feminine, and this plays into the open up card for the masculine. So it's the believe and succeed card. And again, this is reminding us We just need to believe in our masculine. And so the parallel that they're showing me with these cards is, you know, the boat is the masculine, okay? They are coming toward the lighthouse. We are the light. As we believe in them, everything becomes successful. We succeed. We move forward. And what they showed me is this is the same light that the masculine is feeling coming in and allowing them to open up. Okay, that lighthouse, our lighthouse that we are, our brightness, our heart light is what's guiding them. It's guiding them in. Okay, and the more we believe, the more we do succeed as we are getting closer and closer to our goals, our dreams, our desires, and the purpose of the twins coming together. So the next card for the feminine, while the masculine is being the magician and manifesting, our job as the feminine is to teach, okay? To spread our word, to help other members of our community, of humanity, not just twins, not just each other, but spreading our message on a more global scale. We are being called at this time to really get into our mode to teach. Now that doesn't mean you have to do a YouTube video. That doesn't mean you have to, you know, whatever. You teach through the smallest of things, through example, number one, okay? Through your Facebook post. What are you posting on Facebook? Are you posting like some asshole cut you off and you're pissed, or somebody's you know, I saw the other day and I was horrified. And I wasn't horrified at the person. I was just like it hurt to see it. But somebody was calling somebody that nasty C word, you know, see you next Tuesday word. And I was like, holy fuck, this is a twin. And where's the love? Where's the understanding? Where is the example that we are supposed to be setting? Okay? And it was like, you know, I didn't reach out to the person. I didn't feel guided to. But I knew they were in a world of pain of their own. And that's why they put that out there. And it was a life experience for me in just sending love to that person and honoring where they were in their process. And then the message was, I posted something of my own later, whatever, and it was just a very positive, loving message, kind of like hoping maybe this person, if they were meant to see it, would see it and kind of redirect where they were at, you know, kind of just teaching through example, teaching through words of kindness, and literally being dedicated, okay? There's like this little dog next to her, which is dogs are about loyalty, about dedication, being dedicated to the messages that you're sharing, okay? And by dedicated, they're saying like, you know, you walk the walk, talk the talk. Really, like, you can't preach at people unless you are yourself doing those same things you're telling other people to do. So remember that. That's part of the authenticity. You can't tell people be love and light and then talk shit about people on the next breath. So remember that. Okay, and then the last card for the feminine that parallels the masculine that I love is the rebuild card. Because through this process, okay, and this goes with the clarity of belief card, because here he is with his hand on his heart, and here the feminine is with her hand on her heart. And what's beautiful is her heart is lit up with that pink light, like I said, that the masculine is receiving back at him. And for me, this rebuild card is because of everything we have done, our hearts have been able to, almost like a regeneration process, we have been able to rebuild who we are, the brokenness, the hurts, the pains. We have literally been able to take those cracks and the damages of our heart from all the past hurts and rebuild ourselves into these amazing, amazing goddesses. And we are able to send that love right back to our masculine now. He feels it, we feel it. And it's this beautiful fluidity between us. Okay, so the last two cards we have, you guys, are for the union. And I'm going to take a drink for just 1 second. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so the first card we get for the union is a number 8, which is the infinity, which I love. And it's the dedicated effort card. And what's beautiful is in this card is I see the painter painting his mural as the divine, as God, okay, as the universe, as spirit. And he is dedicated to helping, guiding, pushing the twins in the painting to be together. There is a complete dedicated effort happening on the spiritual front realms, whatever you want to call it, that is bringing us together, and it's bringing light on our unions. So, oh God, that just gives me chills. Like, I love this card because the divine feminine and the divine masculine are just so in sync with each other. And the love in that mural, that just total complete trust and sinking into each other is just, oh, it's like delicious, you guys. Okay, so the last card we have for our union is the Ace of Gardens. And again, this is spirit guided. The ace is the hand of God. And this is, the gardens are like pentacles. So this is actually bringing everything in to the 3D. So it's almost like this feels like the spiritual level, like the painting on the wall that stands. But this is bringing it all into the 3D. This is literally the Garden of Eden coming to us. Everything that we've asked for, all the seeds we've planted have now bloomed into this beautiful garden, and it's there for us to experience, to walk through. And again, you know, we have another butterfly. You know, I don't know if you guys can see that, but we have another butterfly that, oh, we have multiple butterflies actually. I just pointed at, saw the high one, but there's a bunch of butterflies. It's like the masculine's butterflies. It's like all of the transformation that we have experienced and gone through has now allowed us to step into this actual 3D garden of just love, of just love. Whew. Okay, you guys. Wow. I don't know. I'm feeling very emotional about all of this. I am feeling just this amazing energy around me right now of just so much love and so much excitement. And that's been the real theme for me personally for the past week. There is just this overwhelming sense of excitement of what is to come. Every moment, what's the next moment? I can't wait to experience it. And I'm not worried about how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen or whatever. I don't care. I am just excited for it. And I hope you guys can feel this. Because this shit's real, you guys. This shit is so real. And so yeah, so with that, I want to always thank you all again. If you do want to donate to the channel, please go to Patreon or PayPal. The links are at the bottom of the video in the box. Also, if you want a session with me, next week I have is pretty open. So if you guys are wanting sessions, I have a lot of availability next week, so just let me know. And that information is on my website, which is also in the box under the video. And baby, I love you. And I hope you guys all have a beautiful, blessed weekend. And I am just sending you guys so much love and light. Gratitude and blessings, always, beautiful souls. I love you. Mwah. Have a great weekend. Bye.